Hey loves, welcome or welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. So it's no longer news that Brett Cooper left the Daily Wire, and a lot of people are making videos about it, including Candace Owens, and this is what she has to say about Brett Cooper leaving the Daily Wire.
All right, guys, looks like we are live doing, again, like I said, a very informal live stream tonight because I'm in London. I've been unbelievably sick. Like, I still have not gotten over the sickness where I had no voice. Now all my kids are sick, but I have just been inundated this week, obviously, for a lot of reasons. First and foremost, our USS Liberty episode dropped, which was super exciting for a lot of reasons. We worked on that for weeks. As you can see, we put together this editorial package, and I'm going to talk about that and let you know what went on behind the scenes. But for it to become a global trend and to start a much needed conversation makes me so proud. Also, at the exact same time, obviously, Brett Cooper has announced her exit from the Daily Wire after a lot of innuendos. We're going to discuss that. Let's start with the Brett Cooper exit. Obviously, you guys have been inundating me. Oh my gosh, Candace, what's going on? What's your take? Listen, just from the very beginning, obviously, everyone kind of knows the backstory. Last couple of weeks, there's just been some rumors floating around. Some people thought the rumors were ridiculous that she was leaving. Other people were saying that there was a lot of friction that was happening in the background at the Daily Wire. What we know for a fact is that Brett Cooper did, in fact, announce her exit from the Daily Wire on Tuesday. While I was on a plane over to London, I had no Wi-Fi, so I landed and it was just an explosion of text messages. And, I think because the exit came after there were so many rumors floating, people then assumed that all of the rumors were true. There were rumors that her best friend or her maid of honor in her wedding, which is true, obviously, Reagan Conrad would be taking over her show. And people were trying to deduce whether or not that meant that there was a lot of drama in the background. The Spectator did a summary. They're obviously quite respected, and they went through and clawed through all of the internet innuendo and noticed some things. Obviously, one big thing that has been noticed on the internet is that Brett seems to have deleted all of the photos that she had of her and her maid of honor from her profile. So that obviously signals to people that maybe some of that innuendo was true. And then the other aspect, which I was not even aware of until I read this article on The Spectator, was that apparently there was some movement. This is such a Gen Z thing, but I guess they were commenting on all of Brett's posts or something and telling her to wear blue on her last day if she's not allowed to talk about what happened. And then she wore blue. So who knows if she wore blue because it's a normal color to wear, and I wear blue probably twice a week, or if she was trying to signal something. Anyways, the long conclusion of this is, as far as separations go, it appears to be as amicable as it can be. She made the announcement. It was quite sad. She did seem like she was upset in it. And then it kind of cut to Jeremy Boring, the CEO. He said nice things about her. And unless she wants to contribute something else or he wants to contribute something else, I don't think there's any reason to look further into it because everybody is moving on in their lives. And that gets into the next point. Everyone's like, what will happen to Brett Cooper? Brett Cooper is going to be absolutely fine. I mean, beyond fine. Frankly, by the time I hit the ground, I must have had, and I am not kidding, 25 messages from people from all walks of my life asking me, can I have a contact with Brett Cooper? I'm talking about people that want to do her book, people that want to sign her for a show, people that want her to sign her for speeches. And I think she should have been doing all of that stuff in the last couple of years, like striking while the iron is hot. And she hasn't really been doing much. Obviously, it's a 5-day-a-week show at Daily Wire. So I'm sure that's because she was really consumed and dedicated to that. And there hasn't really been an answer on the Snow White project, but it looks like maybe that's not happening. So she now has a considerable amount of time to do what I think young people that are getting into the space should do, which is what I did. I obviously was with Turning Point USA. I had a very loose contract, so I did everything. I mean, from speeches to Fox News hits to my book, just trying to, while I had all the energy before I was married and had kids, just trying to really strike while the iron was hot. And I learned so much in those years. And so Brett is so young. She's 22 years old. She's now going to be able to do everything. And like I said, it was trending here in London that she left the Daily Wire. So for someone that young to have gained 4.5 million subscribers on YouTube in a couple of years and to become a global trend when she leaves her job, kudos to you, Brett Cooper. That's absolutely amazing. And I can just tell you from working with her, she's fantastic. She's absolutely fantastic. She's brilliant. I think Matt Walsh issued a statement about how much he adored working with her. Always had a great experience working with her. Obviously, Michael, we all were in the office every day. And no one is concerned that like Brett Cooper is not going to be okay. She's going to have to sit down and decide what it is she wants to do. The hardest part for her is going to be how to focus. I mean, creative directors working out for me. We can do this for her. We can do this, blah, blah, blah. We'll run her ads, advertisers reaching out to me. So if Brett Cooper is suffering, it is probably right now from too many options. To be honest, I haven't even had time, because I've been sick with my kids, to send her all of the messages that I've been getting. And so I also wanted to include for you guys, it's in the link here. If you look in the comment section, we're going to pin it, her new YouTube channel. Obviously, she's going to have to rebuild her YouTube channel. The assets belong to the Daily Wire. Similarly, when I left, that's not really exactly scandalous. That is what they're investing in, which is essentially, we're putting money behind you. We're going to grow your channel, and, we're going to keep your channel when you leave. So she's starting from scratch. Not a big deal at all. I was starting from scratch, got my channel up. I think we're at like 3.3 million subscribers, and we did it in under 5 months. So anyway, support independent creators. Again, use the link that is below. But the broader conversation that's going to be really interesting, and I think this is, again, it's broader, so it's not even specifically about Daily Wire, but people are kind of debating, if this is what the Daily Wire is doing, and it looks like it perhaps is. And if I'm speaking wrongly here, we're going to find out shortly, obviously. But if we are having this former or this maid of honor take over her show, is that going to work? And that is really interesting because, podcasting is a unique space. It is very personal. It's a new medium. When podcasting exploded, I think largely we can attribute that to Joe Rogan. Obviously, Daily Wire was one of the first companies to sort of try to carve out the space of podcasting and say, we're going to house a bunch of podcasters. I would say the Daily Wire and the Blaze kind of hit the ground running. And I think that nobody has really stopped to consider, can you just do that like late night TV? Can you do that like The View, where you can just keep swapping hosts and go, okay, well, now it's going to be the comment section with someone else. Is the audience going to like that? Or is the audience going to reject that? Now, if I'm just guessing, if this is my company and I'm running it, I'm going, no, I think podcasting is too personal. I think people sign up for a YouTube channel because they're signing up for that person. It remains to be seen. Obviously, they haven't done this yet. This will be an experiment for them. But I do think it starts a conversation about what it says about both Brett and the Daily Wire if they do it. Like, I think if I'm instructing what I would do, I would just create an entirely new show if you're going to bring in new talent. Otherwise, it kind of feels like, okay, well, is this just all scripted? Is that the real Brett Cooper? Did she just train to do this show and that's not actually her personality? I'm asking these questions. I know the answer to this. Obviously, it is her personality. That is very much Brett's personality behind the scenes. It's how she talks. She's very bubbly and very excited. So I don't know if that's like the message that you want to send, that we can just like train someone else like a monkey to do the exact same thing rather than just create a whole new show around somebody else. Again, these are lingering questions. Do we treat it like a late night TV host that we're swapping? Or do we consider this like, a recording artist? Like, you can't just be like, hey, Taylor Swift, we wrote all your songs. Now we're just going to swap you for like a Taylor Swift lookalike and like see if she can just do the exact same thing. I think it's personality driven. But again, these are the questions that a lot of people are asking. And I will say this, we've had finally a turn of events where people stopped attacking me, the media I'm speaking about, obviously, for months. And they've been genuinely curious about the success of our new show. And there was a particular article that Slate wrote that I found to be quite interesting. It was like, I think Slate did an article on us, LA Times did an article on us, the Washington Post did an article on us, trying to figure out like what the secret ingredient is. And Slate had suggested that in the Joe Rogan podcast economy, as they were describing it, authenticity is what sells. And I very much agree with that. I think you have to be yourself. Like, even if I was subbing in for a Brett Cooper or a Matt Walsh, it would be very strange if I was on Matt Walsh's show and I was just talking like this and doing the Matt Walsh voice. I would just be Candace, because this is like my personality, and it would work because people are like, that's Candace, and that's who I have come to trust. But again, all of that is up for debate. We'll see what happens. Like I said, as amicable as a split, even though internet sleuths have noticed some things, I think it was handled professionally. I think both of them said nice things about each other. And everyone, like I said, just look out for Brett Cooper, because this is going to be, I think she's going to explode in 2025, because she is a tremendous, multifaceted talent. The last thing I do want to say, this was a one thing that I do know the answer to, and it was kind of driving me crazy. Brett Cooper is not pregnant. There are all these people that were like, oh, I think she just like is pregnant and wants to start a family. And like, there's a couple of reasons. I think that rumor reflects poorly on both sides. It suggests that the Daily Wire gets rid of you if you're pregnant, and that is not the case. Obviously, I had 3 kids at the Daily Wire, so if Brett Cooper wanted to get pregnant and have a family, she would be very much allowed to stay at the Daily Wire. And yeah, I just think that was like poor messaging. Also, she's super young. She's got just a lot of gas left into the tank. So no, she's not pregnant and like doing this because she wants to go farm. She's going to be everywhere in 2025. So we just want to wish her a lot of luck.
You guys, I totally agree with everything Candace Owens said in this video, and Brett Cooper's comeback is going to be explosive because she is young, talented, intelligent, and I can only imagine how incredible this girl is going to be. Her new channel is almost at 400k and she haven't even posted a video yet. And are you telling me that this girl is not something else? Her comeback is going to be the talk of YouTube for a very long time. I'm excited for her. I'm subscribed to her new channel, and when she eventually comes back, I just can't wait for that day to come. And all I have to say now is that the future looks so bright for Brett Cooper. And as for Reagan taking over her channel, that was Daily Wire shooting themselves in the leg. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. How long do you think it's going to take the comment section with Brett Cooper subscriber to unsubscribe to that channel? Because right now that channel has lost over 200,000 subscribers and counting. But let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys.